Now in this course, we're using two pieces of software, though you just downloaded Ableton Live by itself. So let's talk for a moment about how these two companies have joined together to give you an incredibly powerful range of tools in one package. Cycling 74, you see their website here, is a separate company, and they, for 30 years, have built this programming environment tool called Max. It's visual programming, okay, so you drag and drop components, but as it's grown over time, it's included JavaScript, it now includes Node.js, so it's a very powerful suite, and people, musicians, artists have been developing in it for 30 years. They joined together with Ableton and embedded Max inside Ableton Live. So let's take a detailed look all the way through and the implications of that, what that means. We know normally we go into Ableton, we hit sounds, or maybe you want drums. Let's just say sounds for now. We go into orchestra, maybe I pick a flute, I drag and drop it on this track, and now there, magically, I'm playing a flute instrument that's completely either sampled from real instruments and put together or synthesized from an algorithm. That's a core aspect of Ableton. If you were to drop down to this category called Max for Live, though, you see different instruments, a whole set of instruments. And we can drag and drop one of those in. Here's an instrument called tom. And it has adjustments, so we can mix in additional noise. Right, there are all kinds of parameters we can change. It turns out this is a software instrument built in the programming language Max for Live that we're learning. This is the way we want it to appear inside Ableton. But if you just click this little presentation mode, it lets you walk inside and see all of the programming that created that tom sound. So all of the instruments that are listed in the Max for Live category are things that have been built with the tool Max for Live. And you're able to use them as examples or just to kind of gaze and see what's going on, copy certain aspects of that. So one level of working with Max is to just use the pre-existing Max instruments that are in Ableton already. We're going to move to another level in this course, and we're going to have you build instruments for Ableton. Okay, so this little instrument here doesn't do very much. This is just a demo. But here I have a waveform running. I'm controlling it with a slider that I added. I can take like a little piece of that and play with it more. There are many other things I can easily add in. I can add in dials, I can add in number arrow buttons, even, let's turn that off for a minute, even complicated things like equalizers or sequencers are pre-built modules you can drop right into the tools you design for Ableton, okay? And we can run this right through every other part of Ableton. So this sound that this little waveform here, I have running, that's what it sounds like on its own. I have the audio then running into an effect in Ableton. Okay, so we're able to use Max to build things devices that live right in Ableton and become part of the chain of all the processing that you want on that sound. So they've embedded these two tools and allowed them to work together very, very tightly. We can hit edit. And here's the tool we just made. Let's open it up out of presentation view. So I just dropped a few things in, and these are right from Max Patches. We just say new live dot, and all of these live patches are choices. We can have menus and buttons and sliders. Okay, so it's that easy. What we've started with on our journey towards programming is to come here and say, you know what, give me a new patcher right from scratch. And what I'm going to do is work with Max. And I'm going to work with some of the things built into Max, like Visi, and we made Visi examples where we worked with video. Right, we can have a recorder and we can record the video that we create by putting different effects in. So we're not paying any attention at this point. As we do this, we're not paying any attention to live at all. We're just benefiting from the fact that Max is given to you for free when you buy this level of this Live 10 suite level of software from Ableton. Okay, so here's an embossed version of that. This entire program here has nothing to do with Ableton, but I'm able to get to it from Ableton by launching the editor in Max. So we're going to be doing all of this. We'll start by looking at Max by itself. We will open up a Max viewer patch and create programs like these. We will also, let me not bother saving that, be looking at creating patches that run in Ableton. No need to save that. Devices that can be used in the chain in Ableton. We can use Max and hit a button and create a standalone, and we can have a tool that anybody on any computer can run, whether they have Ableton or Max at all. So we can do everything from just using Ableton and dragging and dropping a sound in, to just using Ableton to run Max devices, to using our new skills to open up Max inside Ableton. And there we go, we're running Max without having bought Max separately, which you can do. Some people just, $10 a month, you can buy Max by itself and you can just use all the features and power of Max. Even if you have Ableton, some people who are advanced users buy Max because it has some extra features like an amazing multi-channel support. And in the full version of Max, you can create 100, 200 oscillators and have them all doing different things and recombining in different ways. It has incredible abilities. But the majority of the product is right here with us inside Ableton. So we can do that and just work in Max and forget that it launched out of Ableton. Or we can work together and have a device in the chain of an Ableton application. So we'll be exploring all different facets of this, and I want to let you know how much power you have in the software sitting in front of you. Don't let it overwhelm. We're going to break it down a piece at a time, and everybody's going to learn more than they know right now. That's our goal.